Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm doing this cool toned makeup tutorial that I think is perfect for fall. It's nothing new or innovative or anything like that. I've totally done a look like this, but I had so many questions and requests to do a tutorial on the look that I was wearing in my most recent haul video. So I did use a new palette that day to create that look, but I just decided to use some stuff that I already own because I think I'm gonna be returning that palette. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Make sure you're subscribed and your bell is selected so that you know when I upload my next tutorial. And let's get started with this one. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to try out today is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer Protect. It looks like it's just like their normal foundation primer, but it has an SPF in it. So I'm going to put this all over my face. Ooh, I took out too much. Oh, it feels good on my face. Okay, and then another thing that I've been using, this is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Matte. Finally, this stuff works. So that's a little close-up shot. They do have this in the regular Fix Plus, so if you have more dry skin, you can use that and it will give you more of a dewiness and a radiance to the skin, but I tend to get really oily throughout the day, so I'm going to shake this up because it does separate and spray it all over my face. And I'm just going to kind of air dry this until it dries down completely. So I've not only been using this to prep my face as a primer, but I've also used this to set my makeup at the end. I've never been huge into setting sprays, especially once I got more oily. I just felt like setting sprays never really did anything at all except for make me more oily. I've never had one that actually like helped with oiliness until now. So this doesn't make you like completely matte at the end, but when I spray it, it just kind of gives me a nice soft focus. I tried this on when I bought it actually, and I was out shopping all day, so my skin was getting really oily, so I sprayed this on because I was curious to see what it was going to do, and it didn't dry it down or anything, but it just made it more soft. So I still had a glow, which I want. Like, I don't want to look completely dry or anything. It just gave me that nice soft focus touch, so I love this. I think you guys will too. Those are just the two ways that I've been using it. So, oh, I forgot my sponge. Why do I keep doing this? I keep forgetting my sponge. So I really want to try out this new foundation that I got in the mail. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. I don't know much about this. This is the color I got, which is macadamia. So I do have a spray tan on right now. I used the Isle of Paradise bronzing mousse that I got in the Sephora sale, and ooh, it is good. I love the color it gave me. And this is like 2 days after, so it's a little toned down, but I loved the way that it turned out. So this foundation is supposed to be kind of like a second skin. It's supposed to feel lightweight, give you a medium to full coverage that looks very natural and leaves a matte finish. That sounds awesome. That's like exactly what I personally am looking for in a foundation. So, oh, and it has a pump, which is really good. So let's try this out. I just put like a little bit here. It's a little yellow, but you know what? It's got to be hard to send foundation shades to like influencers. I feel like that would be a very complicated job. I love when they only send like 1 or 2 shades, or at tops 3 shades, because I feel like otherwise it's really wasteful to send like every single foundation shade. And look at that. They did a really good job. Let's see this up close. I'm really liking this so far. I mean, I literally just put it on my face, so we'll see how this, you know, lasts and everything, but I think it does give that medium to full coverage, and it is more of that natural matte finish. I do need more over here because I broke out right over here and right here. So I'm gonna go in with a second layer on those. It's definitely buildable. Okay, I'm going to try out this concealer, but I think it's gonna be too light for me at the moment. So this is the Becca Ultimate Coverage Longwear Concealer. I wanted to get the one that Desi Perkins uses, but I guess she uses the Aqua Luminous, so I totally got the wrong one. But we're still gonna try this out. I think this is gonna be like my pale shade though. We'll see, I might have to mix in other concealers with this. This is very thick, holy crap. I'm just gonna mix in a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light neutral, just to neutralize this a little bit, because whew, super light. Ooh, that Becca concealer has some tack. Have you guys tried the Aqua Luminous from Becca, or have you also tried this one? I'm curious if you've tried both of them. Do you have a preference? I need to go and buy more of my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind because this is one of my favorites, and I went to go use it the other day and it's like completely out. So I need to get more colors of it too because I only had my pale shade. I want to set that in place. I didn't realize I was going to be trying so many new products today, but I really just kind of feel like it. I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, which I'm pretty sure is for the under eye area. So it looks like this. This is like a smaller size compared to like her big powders. So we're gonna try this. And I'm using my Sigma F35 brush for this. And then another powder that I feel like today is like a Laura Mercier kind of day, but this is the Translucent Glow Setting Powder. So their regular setting powder, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze from what I just put under my eyes. Hold on. Holy shit. So this is not the regular loose setting powder. This one has like a glow to it, I guess. I'm gonna use this also kind of like on the under eye area because I really want to try this. I just don't want to go and put it all over my face because I don't want a glow all over my face. And just kind of bring it like this. I really don't notice much of a difference, but whatever. So I recently picked up 2 new Hourglass bronzers. I have Diffused Bronze Light and Nude Bronze Light. I don't know which one I feel like doing. I think I'm gonna do the Nude Bronze Light just because I did matte pretty much everywhere. So, and this has a little bit of shine to it. So I'm gonna go with the Nude Bronze Light from Hourglass. I'm gonna use the Tom Ford bronzer brush. This is much more natural than the Radiant Bronze Light that I usually use because that one goes a little orange on me. And this is a beautiful color. I'm just gonna mix in a little bit of the Diffused Bronze Light as well, just because I'm curious what the color looks like. Ooh, that is pretty. That's more like red. For some reason, I thought the Diffused was gonna be lighter, but it's darker for sure. So if you're more pale, go with the Nude. If you are super tan, go with the Radiant. If you're somewhere in between, go with Diffused. I don't have any new contour products that I want to try, so I'm going to go into the Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette. I'm going to use the Nars Ita brush. Okay, so I've got that done. I'm all contoured and bronzed and all that kind of stuff. And I'm actually going to do my blush and highlight at the end because I want to see kind of like how the eye look turns out and see what lip and cheek I want to do at the end. But also, I like to apply the MAC Fix Plus Matte before doing my highlight. And I like to do my highlight before my blush. So we're going to, yeah, you feel me, so. Let's move on to the eyes. So I want to try to emulate the look that I was wearing in my Sephora haul video, but I also did a look recently with Makeup Geek where I used their new fall collection and I did like a turquoise under eye. I'm not going to be doing the turquoise under eye, but I got so many questions for a tutorial on that look, even though I did post it to my IGTV so you can see how I did it. But I'm going to be using similar shades. So this is a palette here filled with some Makeup Geek shadows that I love, and I'm going to be sticking with like these right in here. So the first shade I'm going to use is Hayride. This is a new neutral cool toned brown that just came out with their fall collection, and I'm going to be using a Smith 232 brush, which is a really big fluffy brush right here, and I'm going to start by tapping up the excess and bringing this into my crease. This reminds me a lot of Bake Sale and Birkin from Anastasia, but is a little bit more cool toned. If you guys watch my videos, you know this is a shadow I'm probably going to be using a lot going forward just because I love shades like this. I think they're so freaking pretty. Now once I've got like nothing left on my brush, I'm kind of just really getting those edges. And then I'm also going to take this same brush and the same eyeshadow, but instead of taking it on the tip of the brush, I'm going to lay it flat like this and pick it up like that. And I'm going to pat this all over the inner part of the lid to the middle part of the lid. Now I'm going to take it back on the tip of the brush and I'm going to bring it right here underneath the eyes and just smoke out the bottom. So I want to start making this more cool tone just because that is the most warm shade that I'm going to use. So I'm going to go into Faux Fur from Makeup Geek. This is a very beautiful gray. And I'm going to just pick this up on the tip of the brush, that same big brush from Smith, and I'm going to start putting this here on the outer corner and kind of just flicking it into the middle of the eye. Kind of pushing it in. Also going to bring that underneath. Now I'm going to go into Concrete Jungle. This is another really pretty gray shade from Makeup Geek, and I think I'm going to put this on. Let's do the 247 brush from Smith. It's smaller and more dense than the big fluffy one we were just using. This has a grayish purple hue to it, and I'm going to focus this here on the outer corner. Just kind of pushing it on the lid. As I get closer to like the middle or inner part, I'm going to kind of lightly feather it inwards. And now with this color, I'm not going to put it on the bottom lash line with this brush because this is going to be too fluffy to put such a dark shade on the lower lash line. That's how you can kind of get that black eye look, which is sort of what we're going for, but not quite. So I will put that on the bottom lash line eventually, but I'm going to wait just to see like how smoky this does get on the top. So now I'm going to use Grunge, which is a new one from the Makeup Geek fall collection. I'm going to take that on an Anastasia pencil brush. This is the A14 brush, which is my favorite pencil brush. So I'm going to pick up the Grunge and I'm just going to push it here in the outer corner. This is kind of like a dark ashy brown. I love shades like this. I feel like this is a dupe for Smoke by Anastasia, like straight up dupe. Kind of flick it inwards. I'm losing a little bit of the Concrete Jungle, so I'm going to pick up a little bit of it and kind of use that to help mend that shade in with the lighter shades. I'm gonna go back into my medium-sized fluffy brush here and kind of just buff out that edge there very lightly. I'm going back into Hayride and I'm just bringing that through the crease just to add some more warmth in there. I freaking love mixing warm and cool shades together, and this again isn't even that warm, but it is going to just warm up the look a little bit because it's the warmest shade in everything, and I feel like that just like really complements everything that's going on. I'm liking it. Okay, and now one last color that I want to use, which you don't even have to use this, but I feel like this is so close. I don't know where that palette is, that Laura Mercier palette. I've got it somewhere around here. This color was an exact dupe to one of the shades in there. This is MAC Typographic. This is a very inky, dark charcoal gray color. I don't have anything like this. This is the only color that I have that looks like this, which I forgot about this eyeshadow, which is why when I saw that Laura Mercier palette, I thought that it was so like unique to anything that I had, but I do have this, which looks identical to that one color in there. So if you don't want to go any darker than this, or you don't feel like adding like 100th shadow, like you don't have to, but I'm gonna take this on that pencil brush and pack it. See how dark it is? It's like almost black, but not quite. I'm getting it all over my pants, damn it. I'm just packing this on the outer corner. And now you can go in with the other shades that are actually lighter than this one, so you can even take the Grunge shade or the Concrete Jungle shade and use those to help blend this out inwards. So I'm gonna use the Grunge and go right at that edge and help blend out the typographic. Go in with some Concrete Jungle, go on the edge of that. Looking crazy, but don't you worry. I'm gonna grab my F35 brush from Sigma with some powder on it and just try. Oh shit. We're gonna have a problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that that under eye powder from Laura Mercier is not going to be one of my favorites because I can't wipe away any of this darkness. Oh shit, that sucks. I'm just kind of like scrubbing there. I know I shouldn't be this rough on my eye, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? That should be fine. Yes. There's that. I'm gonna use this brush and kind of flick this here on the lid towards the inner part, like that. Then I'm relightening up the lid with the Hayride shade. On the bottom lash line, I'm gonna grab my Sigma E15 brush. This is the flat to finer brush. And I'm gonna take like the smallest bit of that typographic shade, not much because that stuff is pigmented. I'm gonna look up into my mirror and get this right there at the lashes. And then I'm gonna grab a little bit of that Concrete Jungle shade on this Makeup Forever 216 brush. This is amazing for smudging out that bottom lash line. And I'm gonna hit this right there at the lashes, and this will blend out the typographic shade. And I kind of connect it here to where we left those shadows on the outer part of that upper eye. Then I'm grabbing some Hayride just to blend that out even more. That also adds the warmth back in too. I'm going to give myself a wing because that's what I had in both looks. This is the Inglot Gel Eyeliner, number 77. Mine's all types of crusty. So if you buy this or any kind of gel liner, you want to make sure that you buy Duraline. This is Duraline. It is amazing. This pretty much reactivates your gel liner that looks all crusty like this. And look, I've had this for a long ass time and it's halfway there. You need one teeny tiny drop and that is more than enough. I'm gonna drop it here into my liner. And I'm gonna be using a Sigma E10 brush, which this is a fresh one. I had my other one for years and it started to fray after me washing it and using it so much. So I got a nice fresh tipped one, which I'm really excited about, and give myself a wing. All right, I'm gonna grab my Rimmel Nude Liner and pop this in on the waterline. Okay, before I go in with anything else, I am gonna set my entire face using the MAC Fix Plus Matte. I'm applying some mascara. This is gonna be my base for the lashes I put on. And the lashes that I'm using today are the Velour Lashes style in Girl You Crazy. I have a 15% off code that I have linked down below. I do make commission from that, just so you know. And I'm just gonna finish this off with some mascara on the bottom lashes. Okay, so I have like 3 lip products that I feel like using. Sorry, not sorry. The lipstick that I had on in my haul video was this one from Pat McGrath in the color Sextrology. It's kind of like a pinky nude. It's really pretty. So I am going to use this today, but I want to first use this lip pencil from Bite, which I got in that haul. This is in Sugarcane, and I think this is going to work really nicely as like a lip liner kind of thing. So I'm going to try this first and line my lips. And then fill them in. Ooh, that is pretty. That is definitely more of like a bubblegum pink, or just like more bubblegum pink than I thought it was gonna be. That's okay. Different. So now I'm gonna go over it with the Sextrology. I like that. That is pretty. Now I want to add a gloss, which I think is going to be a little bit darker than this, but I want to make this a little bit more fall-y, you know? But if you're curious about that lip that I had on in that haul, it was that Pat McGrath lipstick. The gloss I'm going to use is the Nars Cozumel lip gloss. It's kind of just this darker nudish pink. So I'm going to apply that over the top. Ooh, I like that. I really like the color that gave. Kind of just like deepened it up a little bit, made it more of a darker rose, which I think made it a little bit more fall appropriate, if I do say so myself. So this is how the final look turned out. I'm like freaking loving this lip. This is so different for me, but I mean, not that different because it's still pretty nude, but I'm into it. So thank you so much for requesting this look. I had a lot of fun recreating it today. Let me know what other fall tutorials you'd like to see down below in the comment section, and also please let me know any other videos you'd like to see from me. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll see you later. Bye.